Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's a bit of a, what can I say, a different time for Date with Danu during the quarantine season. Wanted to go for 6 o'clock today because it sort of fitted very well with our guest, and also the fact that, some of us have to go to work. Bit of a change. All right. Happy to have my guests for today. Before we start things off, big thank you to all those who make Date with Danu possible. Our friends from Movenpick Hotel, not forgetting Quantum, Man in Checks, British Cosmetics, and also our friends from Vikramadachi Opticians and Jonathan Studios. These guys always make sure that we look fabulous. Thank you so very much. And today on the show, I have someone who I simply enjoy having every single time. She's my all-time favorite when it comes to performance stage. She's breathtaking as a personality. She's so loving, and she's definitely a mama bear to so many. Oh, there she is. I'm happy to have the one and only Umara. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me, Danu.
You're looking fine, and that's a very rare thing to say these days during quarantine. Your nails are also done. How in the world did you manage to do all of that?
All for you. All for you.
This is the best I could do. I believe I believe in the thing called external support. That is crippled.
I think we are fine with not going to the salon because we do most of our stuff on our own. So
that is
I think that is why you feel like we still look the same.
Yeah. So Umara runs a music school, and it's very it's of high standard for the reason she teaches beyond music. She teaches how to perform. It's very different to just singing and performing. For those who are watching, tell the difference between singing and performing.
I mean, anyone who could sing, but then, reaching out to the audience is a whole other level. So you have to sort of understand how you could reach out to an audience. So that is where performance comes in. So you can even sing a song while you're standing in one place, but you need to deliver that message. So every song has a story, the lyrics, it's a story. It could be a happy song, sad song, whatever, tragic song. But the person who's listening, they need to feel that emotion. So in order to do that, performance is very, very important. That's what I believe.
That's amazing. So we have heard Umara sing all genres. She has the command in every language, and that's amazing. In the last few days, you would have seen her performing in just before quarantine. Those deadly high notes were tagged in so many Instagram pages that eventually goes into a whistle tone. Do you feel people understand? But do people understand those are very hard notes to sing? Like when Mariah sings it, it becomes like news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so an average singing vocal range in Sri Lanka, I would say, is about 2.5 vocal, I would say, octaves. But like if you take the world records, like Mariah Carey has a 5-octave vocal range, and the highest vocal range for a guy, I don't know his name, but it's 10 octaves. So that's a crazy span of notes in his vocal register. So for me and my sister, for us to have 4.5 octaves in our vocal register, that's quite a lot. I think that is one of the main reasons why we are known as flexible vocalists, because we can sing anything that we want to sing effortlessly because we are used to singing within that range.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
4.5. And if you hit that other half, you'll shatter glasses around.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, we really practiced a lot. I mean, my mom and dad went through a lot when we were growing up, because we used to literally scream and belt out all the time. But it's been worthwhile. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Definitely. So let's speak a little bit about this obsession that you have with these people who sing those boys in a band.
They're called BTS. Okay, there's a specific name that you call it, BTS. It's not an obsession. It's more like the amount of respect that I have for these guys. Like, I'm not a fan of K-pop.
Oh, okay.
At all.
But let's speak about this BTS. Is it BTS? Yeah. Backstreet Boys.
It is BTS. No, it's not Backstreet Boys. It's BTS.
BTS. Now, BTS has its own way of saying love, love, love.
No, that's a Korean thing. It's not just BTS, it's a Korean thing.
Right, right. My God, so abusive now. So now tell me about this BTS. How did you discover them? How did you become such a big fan? You know their
Okay.
songs.
I know their songs. That's true. Okay. This is a very random thing. I'm not a fan. I mean, me and my sister, we've always listened to different genres of music as well as songs from different countries, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Chinese, whether it's, I don't know, Spanish or it doesn't matter. So I just randomly, because I've known about the K-pop industry, how they are so, it's very tragic when you listen to their stories and, the discipline that they have, they starve themselves and, it's crazy. Like, there's no limit. Like, it's just crazy. I just randomly bumped into Boy With Love and they were making headlines, and I was just listening, and Cardi B was doing a live and humming to the melody, and it caught my ear. And then I just did a research. I didn't listen to their music. I just did a research. I just was Googling and just finding out about how they are, who they are, how are they so famous, and all of that. So they come from a really, really small agency that was literally I mean, people didn't bother about the agency because they were so small. Like, they had their own budgets, and the amount of hard work that they are not hugely talented. I mean, they are not like, but the amount of hard work that they put into to come to where they are today is what I appreciate the most. So from 16 hours of practice every day, from dance to theater to singing, and like one of the oldest member, he wanted to be an actor, but then he chose to sing, and then how he practiced singing, and then one of the rappers called J-Hope, he wanted to become a singer, but he sacrificed that to become a rapper so that the singer has an opportunity to join the band. And so that's how it works. So that is why I appreciate them so much, their hard work, and how they are so authentic with their fans. They're so raw and authentic with their fans. Everything is, they always discuss with their fans. So that is why I became an army. After doing the research is when I started listening to their songs and I started to appreciate
It was a scary question to ask, no? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back in time. To the days that we used to see you on screen singing songs. You didn't look anything like this.
What? What do you mean?
No, you didn't look anything like, on Date with Danu. I showed those pictures, okay?
Yeah. We came up the hard way, boy.
But
We
it's
don't
still
have
on
anything
Facebook.
in Sinhawansa, okay, to groom the artists and all of that. We came a long way. The reason
Yeah,
I
definitely.
started you was just for that particular reason.
Yeah, true. I still have those pictures on Facebook.
I even have pictures of you because quietly.
No, what happened now? This. Hold on.
Everyone's saying hi.
Line is a bit. Okay. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
everyone. Of course, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, because you
Hello?
got a bit stuck.
I have my Wi-Fi and
Okay.
data and everything. We're good.
Okay, cool. So although you're a bit pixelated, I hope it will be a good, clear vision for the others. Just wanted to ask you, when you started off your career in music, did you feel that it might cripple somewhere down the line? Because there's going to be family, there's going to be children, there's going to be all of this that's going to come your way, and it's going to be sometimes a bit of a sacrifice to balance all. Were you scared?
No, I was not scared because I knew exactly what I wanted in life. I always wanted to be a singer. So even if I got married, it had to be somebody who would support me. And I always wanted to be a mother, and I am. And I'm very lucky and blessed that way because I have a very supportive family. And it's all about balance. Life is all about balance. I can do my singing, I can do my classes, I can be a wife, be a mother, be a daughter, and everything at the same time. It's about being able to calculate and balance things accordingly. So if you're like always like, I have this to do, I have so many things to do, and if you put yourself in that position, you find it really hard. So it's all about balance. And I'm really fortunate to, be able to do what I do today because of, the surrounding and the people that I'm surrounded with.
Yeah, that's amazing because sometimes we feel that responsibilities and pressure of living life, day-to-day life, sometimes cripples people's dreams and desires
Yeah.
because we have to sometimes shelf them just to
Yeah.
run our day-to-day mill. Uh, how do you balance it?
Balance, you mean everything?
Yeah, you teach, you sing, you perform, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a
I
daughter, you're a sister.
Every morning when I wake up, I have a plan for the day. So I first prioritize what needs to be done. That is like, so I have ABC, which is the priority for the day. So I focus on that and plan everything else around that. So even if I have to travel to another place, I calculate the time. So the hour of, the hours of being stuck in traffic and all of that is always taken into consideration. And it's about, like I said, it's about how you balance your time and how you calculate. And for me, if there's a will, there's always a way. And I'm always that sort of character. I always go behind something that I really want to achieve or accomplish, and I plan a lot. So that is how I get things done.
Okay. You and Umari, I have this phenomenal connection. You are like a mom to her most of the time. You are her counselor, advisor. Both of y'all are so close. Uh, how did that happen? Is it because you were sort of guiding her when she just got into such a young girl, and you have already been in the industry? How
Yeah.
did this connection become, and how it's so wonderful to know that both of y'all have no ounce of jealousy. You all
No,
always
no,
want to
no.
support and promote each other, and that's remarkable. That is what you call sibling love. But in this industry, it's always very hard. How did you balance it, and how did that remain?
I think it, I think all credit needs to go to my mom and my dad both. It's how actually we were raised. We were always taught to appreciate somebody's weakness as well as their good and the bad both together. And there was this particular instance where we were heading out somewhere with some of our friends, and we were admiring. There was a huge poster of Jacqueline Fernandez when she became Miss Sri Lanka.
Uh,
And we both were like, oh my God, she's so pretty, she's so hot. And we were just admiring her. And these guys, they stopped the vehicle in a corner. They were like, are you guys serious? Or are you just bluffing? We were like, no, don't you guys think that she's, for them, it was something new because their female friends or whatever, they would always say if she has too much of lipstick on, or
uh,
always,
find the
comment
yeah.
finding fault in something. So for us, it was not the case. It's about even if you see a person who has fallen down on the street and who looks filthy, we would never judge the person based on how filthy he looks. The first thing is he okay? I mean, I think that is how we are all supposed to think like, and it's the same thing where me and my sister were concerned. We've always been supportive. Like, if I was against, I think that is why we are where we are today. It's because we appreciate each other. Of course, we have our crazy moments and stuff like that, but we appreciate each other and that respect that we have for one another. I think that's really important, and that's something that we need to teach our children from a really, really young age. This is something that I see in our kids, today. They are so, I mean, certain comments and statements that they make, it's so negative. I think we need to think in a very positive manner and show more love. That way you get more love, you are more accepted by the people, uh, rather than you being pretentious, I think, because at some point you're going to just collapse down.
Now, this name Binti, that's what you're called at home. How did this come about?
So Binti is one of my names.
Really?
Binti, yeah, it's actually one of my names.
Oh no.
I have my
Please.
favorite name is Hariati. That's my
Ar-
favorite name.
Ariati.
Hariati.
Hariati.
Hariati. That's one of
Like
my favorite names.
okay Ati. Hari.
Hariati. Yeah,
Ah,
Hariati.
okay.
Umara is my second name. Zainab is my third. Binti is my fourth. So I think my grandparents thought, or my mom would have thought that it's the last girl that's going to be in the family and put all those names. Okay, this is the
What is
girl.
Umaria full name?
Umaria is Umaria Binti Aisha Sinhawansa.
She also has a Binti.
Yeah, because the meaning of Binti means daughter of. So it's Umara Binti Sinhawansa,
Oh,
Umara
right.
bin daughter of Sinhawansa. It's like Osama bin Laden, Osama
Oh,
son
right.
of Laden.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. So that's why. Okay. That's very interesting. I never knew
It's
that Binti was.
Haryati, Haryati.
I'm going to call you Ariati.
It's Haryati. It's H.
Haryati.
Yeah, it's like my brother's name. So my oldest brother's name is Hartono.
Antono.
And my second brother's
Hartono.
name is Hartono. Second brother is Subandrio.
Subandrio. Thank
And
God they have
mine
other
is
names as well. How to call you and scold you all? Subandrio. Come here. it's like acting in a Shakespeare film.
but they
Ariati.
name him Haryati.
Like as if we have set out for some war.
Yeah, I mean,
Gosh.
they're solid names, right?
Yeah, very solid. Don't like now generations have changed. Make sure your children have like fewer names.
Yeah, the son has just one name.
Thank gosh. It's a bit of a problem, no?
Yeah, there was really, during the war and when there used to be security checkpoints and all of that, they used to go through my eyes and be like, Mukaddamis, make me some kaviyak, And I used to be so embarrassed. I'm so glad that I've made a name for myself because when they see my face, they say,
I know. You know that my surname, nobody can get it right. It's always they read the Thambi part right, but what happens in the middle, nobody knows. In Samsun Thambi. Yeah, Thambi. That's about it. That's all that happens in my life. All right, so we are in conversation with Umara. Something I wanted to speak to you about is, today everyone speaks about mental health. It's a huge issue, and it's something that we have really highlighted during this quarantine time, because what people don't understand is being stuck at home or being by yourself. It could be in an apartment that you live in or your room or wherever you are. It sort of really drains you, especially now when you had so much of time in your mind to think. And there was nothing positive around you. Everything was shut down, locked down, and people did suffer through a lot of emotional issues. A lot of memories did come back. How do you handle negativity, negative people? How do you convert these, and how do you survive in this industry that you are in? It's not an easy job to be in.
It's not at all an easy job. So where negative people are concerned, I have just a handful of friends in my life, and I wouldn't say okay, my best friend would be my parents and definitely my family. But other than that, I just have just a handful of friends.
Well, you have that fighting friend of yours.
Oh yeah, Shafa. Yeah, she's definitely one of them. So I hope she's watching this though. So just a handful of my friends, and if there's somebody that I feel like is not very positive towards me or my work or my work, my hard work or anything, I just cut them off. It's very simple. I think that is the key to healing. Is to cut off all the negativity in your life. It's just as simple as that. I know it sounds really, might sound very hard, might sound like a statement that I've just made, but which is hard for everybody else. But to me, I don't tolerate people with negative thoughts or people who don't see the goodness of others or who wish bad for everybody else. I just have nothing to do with them. I think that is what keeps me going. I mean, mentally, it is a major struggle being in the industry. So if we go for a concert, if you go for an event, you know for a fact that we don't linger, we don't, hang around. We just vanish. We do a job, done deal, done and dusted. We just vanish because we are called for a job and we do the job. If we are done with the job, we don't need to mingle around and we just walk away because we don't need unnecessary attention. And it's the same thing with singing. People feel like, oh, I'm going to show my skin and reveal la 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 la, and then people are going to have that appeal towards me and they would want to watch me more. No, for me, this is my instrument. This is what I earn, how I earn my bread and butter. It's my throat. It's my singing. So I just want to show off this part of it. I don't want to show the rest of it. So I have a lot of rules and regulations where my life is concerned. I don't encourage people with bad intentions in my life. I can see them clearly when they come close to me. And even with my friends, I'll give you my heart, soul, kidney, and I'll give you anything that you want, any advice, any you want you need a pair of ears, like I'm there. You want me to listen to you, I'm always there. But then if you just ruin that for me, I'm done. It's just blank from the onwards. I have absolutely nothing to do with you. It could be 13 years friendship, it could be a 15-year-old friendship, it could be 20 years friendship. If you just do something to ruin me or hurt my feelings with pure intention of doing that, I have absolutely nothing to do with you. So that is how I carry on with my life. I think that is why we have been able to come to a certain point in our life and call ourselves, artists or people who you can look up to. I think that is what we are. As a person, definitely. I represent my religion. It doesn't matter if I'm a Buddhist, a Sinhalese, it doesn't matter. My religion is what I represent. It's my behavior, how I talk, how I conduct myself. I represent my family, I represent my child, and anything good or bad, it always reflects on my child or my husband or my family. So the way I conduct myself is the most important thing. So mentally, I'm strong that way. It took a long time because I don't like to hurt people. I don't like to say no to people. But now I always keep distance. There's always distance.
Excellent. All right. Now with Instagram, after like 20-30 minutes, it goes into like a bit of a downtime. So this could be a first half, and I'm going to come live again in like 2 minutes. Would you join us for the second part of the show, dear?
Of course, darling.
Right. I shall see you then.
Bye.
Doing these lives for so long on Instagram, I have learned that Instagram has a mind of its own. If you can fight that battle, it can be a smooth phone call or a live session. Thanks for joining us. It's Date with Danu right here on Daily Mirror. It's our quarantine special. I know that we are now stepping out quietly. It's very important to remember our safety guidelines so that you and I and everyone could be safe and we can win this, this troubling nonsense called Corona. And let's all come out of it strong. So let's keep that in mind. In conversation with the one and only Umara, who I always love and adore so much. She's definitely a gem of a girl. I'm waiting to connect with her for my second session. I have a fun segment coming up. I don't know whether you remember with Umari, I played this game where I asked her to do some commercials for me because she's very good. So this time around, I'm going to speak about our competition for her. I hope she's going to join me and not let me hang here. There, she's like a good girl. She's here. There you go. Welcome back. All right, it's my second half. You're live. We can watch this session. It's available on the Daily Mirror Instagram and will also be on the page. All right, so I have a little competition for you on my very fancy stick note. All right. All right, so with Umari, I played a competition where I gave her certain products and I asked her to do a quick commercial.
Oh my God.
And she was very good at it. Like, for example, kossa. Atu ganno neda, adama ganna. Kossa. Things like that. For you, here's the challenge. I'll be giving you a word or a sentence in English.
Hmm? Oh my
You,
God, this is going to be bad.
you have to sing that particular song in Sinhalese. Or
Oh.
yeah, so example, I believe I can fly.
Mm. And then I sing it in Sinhalese.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. As
Does
the
it have to be a
first,
note too? Can I just come up with a melody?
no, I believe I can fly. I want you to sing
Yeah,
it in
have to.
Sinhalese. Huh?
I can say, I believe I can fly, like that.
No, in Sinhala words.
Ah, in single
Mama
words, okay.
hitanne mata asata yanna
Yeah,
puluwan.
ask like, okay, got it. Oh my
Right?
God.
As your first song, I have chosen a song that you and your sister both have been nailing these days. She has also let it go, and the ship has sailed and gone. Titanic. Y'all have made it fashionable again to sing that song. Oh,
My heart will go on.
yes, my heart is drowning. So let's listen to it. My heart will go on and sing. You don't need to sing the whole song. My heart
Just
will
that.
go on. Yeah.
Okay. Magi happy birthday to Oh my God.
Isn't it so much fun? All right, your next song is Kiss Me Baby One More. Hit Me Baby One More time. I want to say Kiss Me Baby.
Okay. Kahana baby mata para.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly
Yeah.
with the same melody.
Yes, if you can.
Okay. I believe I can fly. මම විශ්වාස කරනවා මට ඉගිල්ලන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. Danu, you're stuck. Danu?
So that's a bit of
Sorry,
a
you got
hush
stuck.
push there. Yeah. Now you can see me?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. All right. The other one is hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can
So I have to
see.
say hello now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say hello.
ඔයා මාවද හොයන්නේ?
Sing the rest. I can see it in your eyes.
මට පේනවා ගෙස් දෙකින්. මට පේනවා ඔයාගේ සිනාවින්. මට පුළුවන් ඔයාම විතරයි.
Adare.
I love you.
Okay. Last one is by Jason Derulo. Talk dirty to me. Dun, dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun, da, da.
Okay. Talk Dirty to Me by Jason Derulo. මට කතර කතා කරන්න.
It's so much fun, right? I'm going to so bring this game onto the show.
My cheeks hurt.
But My Heart Will Go On was the best. I don't know how come that song saved itself in being recorded in Sinhalese. I'm sure some it would have.
Maria had a version in Sinhalese that she used to sing in school with her classmates, which is ridiculous. They used to literally translate the words in Sinhalese and sing the song. Crazy.
I'm telling you, that was really funny. I think I'm going to bring this competition to the show. It'll be good, no?
Yeah, it'll be good. But if you can bring it up when the singers are concerned, that would be greatly appreciated.
Now, I want to go back to that Arabic song that you sang with BNS. I've always told you it's one of my favorite songs.
Arabic song.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that song is absolutely gorgeous. And I heard you doing this rendition on air once on an acoustic level for a live studio session.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that song became another level with that. Now tell me the words in that song. Do they mean anything?
They do.
What do they mean?
In my defense, apparently, it must actually this song, although in Sinhalese they talk about this girl called Shahina and how beautiful she is and all of that. I'm actually talking about peace and prosperity. So, back in the Shahina, no Manoli and all that. And I'm talking about peace and prosperity, unity, and families coming together and all of that.
Is that what is meant by those?
Yeah, because we used to sing this this song we used to sing back in school. And so this is when I went to audition. No, I went on audition with Sri Shamalankan, and he said, okay, they're looking for so this is Sri. So they are looking for an Arabic singer. Bhati and them, they have an Arabic singer. Do you sing in Arabic? So he found out about, the things that we do with our voices. He was like, okay, let's go meet Bhati. So I literally went and met them in my school uniform after school, and they played the track. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, okay, can I sing something like this? And they said, okay, go to the booth and you recording booth and you just voice it. That is literally that same recording that I recorded in my uniform is what everybody hears on the record. Yeah, on the original record.
How does it go? I really want to.
So, okay.
Because it speaks about peace and prosperity in a love song. I have to hear it.
Do you want to hear the original version of this part?
Yeah, okay.
جند وإنسان سهما بهن بالفر عنا بدا إنا بالعذاب مددا كنا بغير آمين أيها الناس الكرام راجينا يا سلام أني جميعا علامة لوقت من القيامة أيها الناس الكرام. That was the original song.
Right, okay.
And this is how I remixed the song. I added a prosperity. Okay, this is how it works. بهن بالفر عنا بداينا بالعنادي بدنا كنا بهاير and then Ashi comes. I like the way you look at me. I like the way you play with me. What you do to me, boy.
And Ashanti sing how what you do to me. Oh my gosh. You know that singer called Nancy, who is very popular for Arabic music?
Yes.
Oh my God. I love her music though. I love her songs. Yeah. She's super popular. I can't, I'm just lying here by laughing.
The funny part was they used my voice as a guide. And they wanted to get that Nancy from Dubai. And they heard this version and they're like, this is it. We're keeping this. I'm like, we're actually talking about prosperity, like it's about the world coming together, and then it doesn't matter. We don't need to.
Oh my God, so funny. But they never changed the lyrics. No, it has been kept to that for so long.
Yeah, it's a good song. We're talking about a peaceful, beautiful-looking girl talking about peace and prosperity. And I thought she comes from between and she says, "What you do, little babe?"
Oh God. You know, when y'all have gone and sung on all these international competitions, have people been surprised over the fact that Sri Lanka has produced such talent?
Actually, at the beginning, they completely ignored us. They actually thought that we were Indians. I was not too happy with that because Sri Lanka is Sri Lanka and it's
Of
not a
course.
part of India. So we are very much different. And they were like, "Oh, you speak English? Oh." And then, no. We do. And no, you speak really, really well. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, at the beginning, initial stages of competitions that we've been to, they've been very like distant, and now okay, that's another contestant from the Indian country.
Yeah.
If I speak about the competition in Ukraine, so this was the biggest international singing competition where there were 32 representatives from 32 countries. We happened to represent Sri Lanka. And at the beginning, they were like, okay, whatever. So they have been like introducing the contestants to the people in Russia. It was like so there was Demis Roussos was one of the judges, and Gloria Gaynor was one of the judges, and a very famous, like Janet Jackson of Russia was one of the judges. So it was huge. So everybody went and sang big songs like "Listen to the song here in my heart." So people
Yeah.
were really prepared for this.
Yeah.
So me and Mari were like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, Umara in Sri Lanka. And so we go on stage and we just decided to sing an a cappella. You know the a cappella that we do. Thank you, Lord, hallelujah. So no music. It was just
Nothing.
us. Nothing. So there was like the press and the media and all of that. And so I was on stage and asking everyone to snap their fingers. There's a certain part in the song where I, anyway, start snapping my fingers, like hit rhythm to
Okay.
it, and everybody started snapping their fingers, and they started clapping, and they were literally standing there.
Part of, yeah.
And then the last bit, amen, 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 amen. We stopped, and there was like pin drop silence at the beginning, and then so after that incident, they were like, okay, they are not to be messed with. And we were like, yeah, we're Sri Lanka. We were saying Sri Lanka, the pearl of the Indian Ocean. That's where we're from. We're not from India. It's the pearl of the Indian Ocean.
We are the pearls. But it's so
We're
true
the
because,
pearl.
you know, once I was working on this commercial long years ago when I had a cylinder body. I worked on this commercial, and it was a Hollywood director who was doing this for an international brand, and I was the modal, and he thought that I will not understand a word of English that he was going to speak, so he had a translator for us. So I was wondering as to why he had this person. So I said, "May I know why you are speaking to him and then he's speaking to us?" He said, "Oh, you speak English." I said, "Yes, me and the others here speak English." Really? But I said, not everyone here cannot speak English. Some people do speak English. Some people, and I said, everyone here understands the language. Oh, really? So can you imagine? We have to break this norm, unfortunately.
I mean, I've been asked this question so many times, and people ask me like, what is so different about you being able to speak English and about you performing, and what's the difference? I'm like, for me, music is a universal language. For me, it doesn't matter if you don't speak English, if you don't understand English, or Sinhalese, or Hindi, or French, or Chinese. It doesn't matter because music to me is a universal language. And if I can speak to you through music, that is my language.
Yeah, I don't understand what Nancy sings. She must be saying, "Hi, how are you?" But I like her music. Her
day at the shopping mall or something like that. You see this Houston, boy.
Yeah, exactly. And I love her music. Before we wrap things up, we have a lot of people who speak the language Tamil who watch these interviews as well. So they've asked me to ask you to sing a Tamil song, but I know that you know this one Tamil song. On to go to home. What is that song?
ஒற்றுமையை பேண வேண்டுமே
வேண்டுமே.
வேண்டுமே. Again, it's about ஜாதி மதம் பேதமின்றியே சகலருமே சமத்துவம் வேண்டுமே. Mind
Yeah,
you, Arabic song is I learned that also when I learned this ஒற்றுமையை. But I know another Tamil song.
what is it?
வாடா மாப்பிள்ள வளப்பல தோப்புல வாலிபால் ஆடலாமா ஆடும் தப்புல சைக்கிள் காப்புல திருத்து புடி போடலாமா.
But once Umara and Umaria both came for this social project that we're doing with so many young kids somewhere close to Kandy, and you all sang because there were so many Jaffna Tamils there, and those boys and girls wanted a Tamil song, and you sang this Otrumaye. They all danced. Everyone thought it's like a baila song. I'm like, little by little the tempo went faster.
You can throw us like into any pond and we would still sing and get the fish to come and watch us perform.
Definitely, I so agree. So the first time I saw Umara perform was at Water's Edge. I've told this story so many times, and she sang Whitney Houston. If Whitney Houston was there, she would have gone up and hugged her. That's the amount of justice. That's the amount of justice you brought to her. Like I've heard Sparks singing her song too, because after the movie Spark, Jordan Sparks sang "My Heart Will Go On." I'm not saying it because I'm talking to you. I will always love you. This is my heart will go on is in my head. I will always love you. But I'm not saying it because I'm talking to you. Jordan Sparks didn't hit those notes the way you will.
You're too kind, Danu.
It's the truth. It's just that it's just a matter of days and times before when this corona goes and people see you. Two things have to happen.
I mean, I don't know. Let's see what the future holds,
Yeah, definitely. But thank you so very much for joining me today. As always, it's absolute fun to have you. For those who have the privilege of knowing her on a personal level, you'll know who she is. She's definitely a mama bear, and that's definitely a great thing that I'll always say about Umara. She's warm, she's very approachable, and she's always there for the people who she cares about and the people who really know her. So if you do, for those who have the visions and visuals and perceptions that you have created about people, keep it, but at the same time, try to get to know them as well, because they are very good people beyond all of the talent they have. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right. On that note, thank you so very much for joining me, and I will have you soon on another edition of Date with Danu. Y'all are the only guests who have come in. How many times? Twice, no? Y'all came twice?
Yeah.
But it's fun, man. Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you for having me. And I have missed you. I can't wait. to
We will meet through the glass.
The closest friends, you're one of them.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. On that note, let's say goodbye. Thank you so very much. You have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and all the highs and the byes and the tatas and the hearts and all the love.
Take care. Bye. So that's Umara joining us today on Date with Danu. We're going to see you with another episode to this quarantine version very soon on Daily Mirror. Do stick around for all the latest news and all the updates with our news platforms. Follow us on our Instagram, on our Twitter, on our websites, and read our e-papers. Our papers are being printed, so follow the news and follow all the regulations that have been set right here on Daily Mirror. Until I see you with another episode of Date with Danu, you take care of yourself and be safe. Take care. Lots of love.